January session, second shift physics paper from VISHRA JEE Academy. One more paper. First question is given as the equation of real gas, you know very well. Equation given by the examiner. P minus A over B square multiplied by B minus B is equal to universal gas constant into absolute temperature. The dimensions of A by B square. What is the question? Dimensions of A by B square. Now, here P minus A by B square, therefore from here subtracting some quantity A by B square. Similar physical quantities can be subtracted or added. Therefore, A by B square should have the dimensions of pressure. So pressure is n power 1, n power minus 1, p power minus 2. Therefore, dimensions of A are simply n power 1, n power minus 1, p power minus 2, and this is B square. That will go there. Therefore, B value L cube, but square is there, L power 6. Now finally it comes out to be n power 1, n power 5, p power minus 3. Now that is over. Now B dimensions. B minus B, again B should have the dimensions of value B, that is L. Now A by B square dimensions. A is n power 1, L power 5, p power minus 3 over B square, L power 3 square whole square. We have n power 1, L power 5, p power minus 3, L power 6, that is n power 1, L power minus 1, p power minus 3. A very simple question. There can be positive zero error in linear calculus. Reason, due to mishandling or rough handling of instrument. Okay, this is enough reason, good reason. Therefore, there can be positive zero error in linear calculus. Correct. But the question can be asked another way also. If positive error is there, then what you can do? You can subtract that error. If negative error is there, you can add to it. It can be asked in such a manner. Therefore, answer is 1. There can be positive zero error in linear calculus. True statement. Due to mishandling or rough handling of instrument can be tossed. The assumption is true, result is true, and reason is right expression for the assertion. Correct answer. Now, one more question. Third, in RLC series circuit, RLC series circuit, resistance, inductor and capacitor. R is 10 ohms. Very nice. Inductor 100 over pi millihenry, and capacitor value is 10 power minus 3 by pi farad. These are the numericals are given: capacitance value, inductance value, and resistance value. Frequency also given, 50 Hz. Now it is asking find power factor. What's power factor? Power factor formula is cos square. Power dissipated in RL circuit formula is what? P is equal to ERMS, IRMS, cos phi. This cos phi is called power factor. Okay, cos phi is equal. Now you know reference line is correct. Potential drop across resistor follows the current VR. Potential drop here to VR, across inductor VR, across capacitance VC. Now potential drop across inductor leads current by pi by 2, across capacitor lagging behind by pi by 2, and now the resultant of potential is E, makes an angle phi with the current line. Now that is called angle between the current line and electromagnetic and that cosine component of phi will be power factor. Therefore, here you can write like this: current. We are leading the current by pi by 2 because of XL, and VC is lagging behind the current because of XC, and the resultant of these two can be written like this: XL minus XC, and here along the direction of current the resistance will be following. Therefore, resultant impedance of circuit will be making some angle phi with the current line. That is the angle between the impedance and the resistance values. Now, cos phi we can define as R by Z. So, what is Z? Z is the resultant impedance. Resultant impedance means what? Square root of R square plus XL minus XC whole square. So, you have to calculate Z value and R, you know, the question in the equation is as 10 ohms. Therefore, cos phi is equal to R over Z. That is equal to 10 by Z. Now, if you know the XL and XC, you can get things done. Therefore, XL is equal to omega L. Omega means what? 2 pi frequency inductance value. 2 pi frequency is, you know, 50 hertz, and inductance value, you know, 100 milli 10 to the power of minus 3 by pi. Okay. Now pi and pi are nullified each other. 2 3 zeros over ohms. Now, the reactance of capacitance XC is equal to 1 by omega C. That is 1 by 2 pi NC is equal to 1 by 2 pi frequency 50, and capacitance value 10 power minus 3 over pi. Pi get cancelled. Again 52 is 100. 100 10 power minus 3, 10 power minus 1 comes out to be 10 ohms. Therefore, here what I observe is XL is 10 ohm, XC 10 ohm, they nullify, cancel. Therefore, Z is equal to R. Therefore, cos phi is equal to 10 over 10 equal to 1. Therefore, here power factor value cos phi is equal to just 1 and shift to physics paper. And as usual, in the morning shift as you got the paper, in the afternoon also you got the same kind of paper. Equation of first question, equation of real gas is P minus A by V square. The question is given like this. P minus V by A by V square minus V minus B is equal to RT. This all you know that it is a real gas equation, and in this question is asking that what is the dimensions of A over B square, dimensions of A over B square. Simple units and dimension chapter, first chapter, you don't expect such a easy question will come in the entrance examination, but it is after all an entrance examination. Therefore, here from P means what? Pressure. You are subtracting A by V, A over V square means what? A over V square should have the same dimensions as the pressure. So, what the pressure dimensions are? M power 1, L power minus 1, T power minus 2, and A dimensions we should get, that is equal to M power 1, L power minus 1, T power minus 2, V square. V is what? Volume. It comes over to the right hand side. Therefore, V is L power 3, it is L power 6 ho jayega. Avutundi. Therefore, M power 1, L power 5, T power minus 2. That is A value. And B anyway you know that it is volume. Volume is L cube. B square means what? L power 6. Therefore, A over V square, A dimensions are M power 1, L power 5, T power minus 2, and B square is nothing but B is what? Volume, L cube square, L power 6. You will get M power 1, L power minus 1, T power minus 2. Such a simple question from units and dimensions. Very, very simple question. ఇది చేయకపోతే ఇబ్బంది కదా, 4 మార్కులు మీ జేబులో ఉన్నాయి. Assertion reason second question. There can be positive zero error in vernier calipers. So mains perennial scale division the unde what you call first line, bigger line, when it is not coincident with 0, then vernier scale will have a error. If already vernier is showing some reading, that is called positive error. If vernier main scale vernier that is called first line, if it is not showing, it is behind that one, then it is called negative error, and therefore these errors are there in the vernier calipers. When positive error is there, you have to subtract the positive error from the final reading. If negative error is there, you have to add that negative error to the final reading. Therefore, positive error or negative error are the part of the vernier caliper, screw gauge, any instrument. Okay. Then the reason is why this happens. When you purchase vernier calipers, it won't have any error, but why it happens? Because of wrong handling, maybe rough handling, maybe leading to the instruments fallacy. Therefore, assertion is right, reason is right, reason is right expression for assertion. Very, very simple. It says in RLC series circuit, resistor, inductor, capacitor and inductor, and 3 the components are there in an AC circuit, and it is having frequency. Frequency is equal to 50 hertz. And our resistance value is 10 ohm. Now inductance value is 100 by pi millihenry, and capacitance value is 10 over 10 power minus 3 or pi farad. So there are 3 components are there. Now you are asking that find the power factor. What's power factor? Generally, if you draw a horizontal line, let us say current direction is like this, current is a reference line. With that, XL leads the current by pi by 2, XC lagging behind the current by pi by 2, and the resultant of these two, the reactances XL and XC, that can be XL minus XC, that will be heading the current by pi by 2 or lagging behind the current by pi by 2, okay, and resistance will be always along the current line. Okay. Now the resistance offered by the resistance, reactance is offered by the capacitor inductor, and all this sum of the all these factors will called a impedance. Now XL minus XC, I can write a parallel line XL minus XC like this, and resistance line like this, and according to parallelograms of vectors. Now the impedance value Z will be the square root of this R square plus XL minus XC whole square. Therefore, the power factor in RL circuit will be, so power equation I think you know, ERMS IRMS into cos phi. Very, very fundamental and straightforward formula question this is, ERMS IRMS cos phi. If you know the formula, you will get the answer. Now here, what is cos phi? The angle between the resultant impedance and the resistance value is phi, then cos phi is equal to, you know very well, R over Z. Therefore, this cos phi R over Z is called power factor. Now cos phi is equal to R over Z. What does Z means? R square plus omega L minus 1 by omega C whole square. This is XL is omega L and XC is 1 over omega C. Therefore, you can calculate XL. XL, what is it? Omega L. What is omega? 2 pi n L. 2 pi, frequency 50, L is how much? 100 by pi millihenry. Milli 10 to the power of minus 3. Now 1, 2, 3 got cancelled, pi get cancelled, 5 to the 10, 10 ohms is the reactance of inductor. Now reactance of capacitance, what do you get here? 1 over omega C, omega 2 pi n C. Therefore 1 over 2 pi, frequency is 50 and capacitance value is 10 over 10 power minus 3 over pi, pi are get cancelled. Okay. Now 50 into 200, therefore this entire factor becomes 10 to the power minus 1 is equal to 10 ohms.
Now you got reactance of capacitor and reactance of inductor or 10 ohms and 10 ohms, means reactance of inductor 10 ohm ahead the current by pi by 2 and reactance of capacitor 10 ohms lagging behind the current by pi by 2, they get cancelled. Now you got only the impedance caused by the resistance value. Therefore, this omega L 1 by omega C 10 ohms and 10 ohms are nullified. Now the cos phi value equal to R by Z, simply R, what do you get? 1. Whenever XL and X are equal, then that kind of frequency is called resonating frequency. In other shift, you may get a question on the resonating frequency also. In RLC circuits, potential across the inductor, potential across the capacitor, they are equal, then you will get resonance in the circuit. Resonating frequency is equal to, what is the formula? Omega L is equal to 1 by omega C, omega square is equal to 1 by LC, omega is equal to 1 by root LC, omega is equal to 2 pi n, therefore n is equal to 1 by 2 pi 1 over root LC. This all things might be taught by your teachers, straight, simple, formula based questions, very easy question. It is not in depth question it is asked. Okay, a little bit our memorized this question is not properly told, but we made it what the examiner's view, we try to fetch that. A stone is released from point P. Let us say some point P a stone is released. Okay. And while free fall, stone covers 80 meter distance in last 2 seconds. So, it is covering 80 meters of distance in how much time? Last 2 seconds. Okay. And in the last 2 seconds cover, it may be covered 80 meters of distance, and prior to that it may be dropped from some point. The free fall point we may assume that some point P. Now the question is, find the distance of point A from the topmost point. Find the distance of A from topmost point. A could be what? Our students have memorized this question and presented to us. Therefore, what we are thinking is that point A be the point which is above the ground at a level. From that point it is 80 meters till to the ground. Therefore, A is the point 80 meters above the ground. From A to ground, okay, the particle has travelled in 2 seconds of time and covering 80 meters. Now the question is, from the free fall, what is the distance of A? Therefore, from P to A distance we have to calculate. Let us say this is H. Okay. Now assume that from P to A the stone travelled in t seconds of time. Therefore, total time of travel becomes t seconds from P to A, and A to ground is 2 seconds. Total time of travel will be t plus 2. Therefore, P to A distance, it is H we have written there. Therefore, H plus, okay, 80. H plus 80 is the total free fall distance travelled by that. If it is free fall, at point P initial speed is 0. Therefore, H plus 80 should be S is equal to UT plus half 80 square. From that, U value will be 0. You can simply go for half G time square. What is time? This is t seconds and this is 2 more seconds. What is this? T plus 2 whole square. Okay. Then what about this H? This H is covered in what time? T seconds. Therefore, again you can use the same principle. Distance S is equal. Again here velocity is 0. So far from P to A distance also, from P to ground also, initial velocity is 0. Therefore, S is equal again UT plus half 80 square. U will be 0. Again what do you write? Half G T square. Therefore, you can go like this. H is equal to half G T square plus 80 is equal to half G. You can expand this, T square plus 4 plus 40. Here half G T square, here half G T square get nullified. 80 is equal to half G into 4, 2G plus half G into 40, 2GT. Isn't it? Is equal to 80. Now, G is 10, so it can be taken to left hand side. 20, 80 minus 20 is 60 is equal to G is 10, 20T. That is T is equal to 3 seconds. Now, distance between P to A From A to the topmost point distance PA is equal to H is equal to half G T square. Again a simple question, G is 10, T is what, 3 square is 9 and 2 4.5, it is 45 meter. So a freely falling body is there and it is coming certain point A which is 80 meters above the ground. That 80 meters it covers in 2 seconds of time. Now is asking that point from where it is covering 80 meters, from that point to the top point, what could be the distance? It is a general free fall body case. Simple, little bit question requires some kind of understanding. Now one more question. This is standing on horizontal ground. A person standing on horizontal ground. Okay. A rod of mass 12 kilograms is touching his shoulder of the person. Other end is resting on the ground. A rod of mass 12 kilograms is resting on his shoulder. Okay. A rod of mass 12 kilograms is resting on his shoulder. Very nice. And other end is resting on the ground. Angle made by the rod with horizontal is 60. Angle made by the rod with the horizontal is 60. Reaction force applied by the person on the rod is, what is the reaction force given by? That is the question. His shoulder is touching the rod, therefore this rod is pressing the shoulder, therefore it gives a reaction force that I can take as N2. And the rod is pressing the ground also, therefore a normal force is there, N1. Because wherever a body touches with the surfaces, with how many surfaces a body gets into contact, at that surfaces a normal perpendicular forces to the surface will be emerged. Therefore here and there two normal reactions are created. And one more force on the rod is what? Gravitational force, mg. Now the question asking is, what is the reaction force applied by the person on the rod is what? N2 is asking. Calculate N2. Not bothering about N1. So this rod is rotating now. Person is having a rod. ఆయన భుజం మీద రాడ్ ఉంది, అక్కడ స్లాంట్గా ఉంది, ఇక్కడ నార్మల్ ఫోర్స్ వచ్చింది, అక్కడ నార్మల్ ఫోర్స్ వచ్చింది. రాడ్ ఈస్ రొటేషనల్ ఈక్విలిబ్రియం అంటే ఏంటి? టార్క్స్ మస్ట్ బి బ్యాలెన్స్డ్. టార్క్స్ని దేంతో బ్యాలెన్స్ చేయొచ్చు? ఆ రాడ్ ఒకవేళ రొటేట్ అవ్వకపోతే ఏ పాయింట్తో ఏం కావాలి? నెట్ టార్క్ షుడ్ బి ఈక్వల్ టు 0. All the sum of clockwise torques must be equal to anti-clockwise torques. Then body will be in rotational equilibrium. Body will be in rotational equilibrium. Therefore, మీరు టార్క్లు దేంతో క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయొచ్చు? ఏ పాయింట్తో చేయొచ్చు? సెంటర్ ఆఫ్ మాస్తో చేయొచ్చు, ఈ కాంటాక్ట్ పాయింట్తో చేయొచ్చు, ఈ పాయింట్తో చేయొచ్చు. కానీ నాకు N2 కావాలి కాబట్టి I choose this point as the reference point. I try to calculate torques about this point which is in contact with the surface. Therefore, N1 anywhere it is acting at about this point. So, okay, N1 is here acting, therefore N1 don't have any perpendicular distance with this contact point, therefore no torque by this. Torque by this is 0. Now mg, this is a force and this is a perpendicular distance. Okay, you have to go like this: distance, perpendicular distance and force. What is this? Anti-clockwise. Therefore gravitational force applies anti-clockwise torque. Therefore torque by gravitational force is anti-clockwise, is equal to force into perpendicular distance. What is force? mg. And distance, what is this? Center of mass. Total length of rod is L. Okay, now what is this? L over 2. This angle is 60. What is this? L over 2 cos 60. Therefore mg L over 2 cos 60 is torque by gravitational force in anti-clockwise direction. One is over. This anti-clockwise torque should be balanced by other torque. It must be clockwise. Who is that? This is N2. This is the point through which you want to calculate torque. Therefore this entire length is perpendicular to this. Therefore N2 is the force, perpendicular distance is L, Then again you go with this L, distance and force. What is this? Clockwise. Therefore, clockwise torque is what? Torque by N2 in clockwise direction. Therefore, N2 into entire length L. Okay. Therefore, for this rod to be is under rotational equilibrium, clockwise torques must be balanced by anti-clockwise torques. Therefore, this question requires some amount of knowing of Newton's laws of equilibrium of bodies. Therefore, N2 L is equal to mg L over 2 cos 60. Now we have to get N2. Now this L and L are get cancelled. Yeah, mass of rod is 12 kilograms, G is 10 over 2. Cos 60 is, you know, 1 over 2, 2 2s are 4, 3 is 12. N2 is equal to simply 30 newtons. Very, very simple question. Sum of anti-clockwise torques is equal to sum of clockwise torques. Rod is under rotational equilibrium. So, before going through such a simple questions, not going in depth of the analysis, overhead topics, fundamental topics, every chapter is having some fundamental concepts. మీరు ఆ ఫండమెంటల్ కాన్సెప్ట్స్ అని చదువుకుంటే టార్క్ అంటే ఏంటి, ఈక్విలిబ్రియం అంటే ఏంటి, క్లాక్ వైస్ టార్క్ ఎలా క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తారు, యాంటీ క్లాక్ వైస్ టార్క్ ఎలా క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తారు, వెక్టర్స్ ఏంటి, ఇవి నేర్చుకుంటే కూడా మీరు చాలా క్వశ్చన్స్ ఆన్సర్ చేయొచ్చు. ప్రెషర్ ఇస్ ప్రపోర్షనల్ టు క్యూబ్ ఆఫ్ టెంపరేచర్. ఆస్కింగ్ లైక్ దిస్. In an adiabatic process, he is asking, he is telling pressure is proportional to cube of temperature. Then asking, what is the ratio of Cp by Cv? What is Cp by Cv? Ratio of specific heat is called what? Gamma. So, he is asking what is Cp by Cv. ఎంత చిన్న క్వశ్చన్. మనకేం తెలుసు, adiabatic equation PV power gamma is equal to constant. Gamma is the ratio of specific heats. Now P proportional to T cube is given. So what is that equation can be converted as P over T cube is equal to constant. This is P T power minus 3 is equal to constant. Adiabatic process condition is PV power gamma is equal to constant, not PT something. This also we have to, this is also can be expressed in the PT relation you can arrive in adiabatic process, PV relation can have adiabatic process, VT relation can have adiabatic process. Now we have to convert, to get the gamma value, we have to convert this PT relation into PV relation. Treating the gas is ideal. Ideal gas equation is called PV is equal to nRT. Therefore, from PV is equal to nRT, we simply take T value as PV by nR and we try to substitute here. Therefore, P and T over minus 3, that is PV by nR whole power minus 3 is equal to constant. And this nR to the power of minus 3 again a constant, this goes to the right hand side again a constant. What simply? P power minus 3, this is P power minus 2 and V power minus 3 is equal to constant. Then what I do, this is one new constant. So some people think that n into r power minus 3 right hand side in the and some other will become some other constant. Now this equation is P power minus 2 and V power minus 3. We will convert this into PV to the power of gamma. Therefore here minus 2 power is there on the pressure. Therefore you have to make the pressure power as 1. Therefore I raise the equation power by 2 times. Therefore entire equation P power minus 2 V power minus 3 whole square I will go for. This is C power 1 a constant C dash power 2 and what I get? No, I will oh my god, I don't do like that. What I do, I don't raise the power by 2 but I will reduce the power, I will reduce the power by half times. Therefore 1 over 2, 1 over 2, this is some other more constant. This is P power 1, V over minus 3 by 2 is equal to constant. Therefore, PV power gamma is equal to constant. Now we can compare, gamma will be equal to minus 3 by 2. So don't raise the power here, but decrease the power to half times to make the P power equal to 1 and get a standard equation of adiabatic process, PV power gamma is equal to constant. How a simple question this is. When you take up JEE mains 2024, people are afraid of. Okay, this question I will present before you. 8th question, assertion. Angular velocity of earth around sun is lesser than angular velocity of moon about earth. Angular velocity of the earth around the sun is lesser than angular velocity of the moon about the earth. Whose angular velocity will be more, sun or moon? Earth angular velocity around the sun is greater, or moon angular velocity about the earth is greater? What is it? Tell me. Time period of earth around the sun is 365 days. Angular velocity is 2 pi by t. Therefore, angular velocity of earth omega is equal to 2 pi by t, that is 2 pi over 365, and angular velocity of moon is again 365 days you have to write, again 2 pi by t. What is the time of the moon to rotate around the sun, around the earth is 28 days approximately. 2 pi by, it is approximately 28.3 days. From this what you understand? 2 pi by 365 days, 2 pi by 28 days, this is much bigger than that. Therefore, angular velocity of moon is greater than angular velocity of earth around the sun. Therefore, assertion and reason are right. But it is a right explanation or not? Two statements are right. But the rotation of the moon around the earth doesn't make any condition for having less angular velocity for earth moving around the sun. But here I disagree with the answer. It may be having some discussion, we may have some discussion, but angular velocity of the sun is, angular velocity of earth around the sun is lesser than angular velocity of the moon around the earth. That is okay. But a right reason or not is a debatable point. Next question. The wave function, what is the wave function? This is again our people are misconceptualized this. It is the work function of a metal is 6.68 electron volts. Find threshold frequency. From photoelectric effect chapter, such a simple question can be asked. No one can imagine. What is this? Work function of a metal. Work function of a metal. This is phi. Work function of a metal. Okay. What is the law of photoelectric effect? Amount of energy of a photon falling on a photometal will be equal to work function plus kinetic energy. So, work function plus kinetic energy maximum by the electron, there is the equation. Now, work function is giving straight away, not asking you to calculate, himself is giving 6.68 electron volts and asking threshold frequency. What is the work function? The minimum energy of the photon to initiate the electron for the electron transfer or electron mobility to have electric current. So, there is a minimum energy of a photon falling on the photometal by which the electron can be liberated, that is called work function. For that frequency, for that energy, how much frequency photon should be falling, that frequency is called threshold frequency. Therefore, this work function is equal to h into frequency. This is the threshold frequency. Now, threshold frequency nu naught is equal to 6.68 electron volts by h value. It is a very simple and straight question, but you have to convert units properly because h will be Planck's constant. It will be in terms of joules. Do you know h Planck constant units? What is that? Joule? I am not asking value, my dear. I am asking about the what you call 6.68 into electron volts. To convert joules, 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joules. This is over Planck's constant. What's Planck constant value? 625 10 power minus 34. What are the units of Planck's constant? It is energy, joule by hertz. Joule per hertz means what? Joule second. Joule second, joule get cancelled. Now you will get frequency per second called hertz, correct. And therefore, you have to calculate this. I got by the calculation it is approximately 1.6 into 10 to the power of 15 hertz. Second to the power of minus 1, or it is hertz, whichever the unit you can put. Very, very simple question. Threshold frequency asked. You may ask threshold wavelength also. For that you have to go for like this. Instead of h nu naught, you should put hc by lambda naught. Such a simple and straight question from photoelectric effect. This is the question. If we are unable to do that, we thoughtable thing, right? One more question. It is a second senior inter topic. Find the magnetic field strength at the center of a loop. Okay, a loop is a bigger one. And one more is a shorter one. For both the loops, that will be the center, and this is radius R1, this is the radius R2, and here 4 amperes of current is going through the loop, and here how much current? So entire loop it will have 4 amperes of current only. Find the magnetic field strength at the loop. This is a semicircular loop, current is like this, produces magnetic field into the plane of the board, B1 encircled across. And one more semicircular loop, current is like this, therefore again magnetic field into the plane of the board, B2 into. So both the magnetic fields are into the plane of the board and they are supporting each other. Net magnetic field strength B is equal to B1 plus B2. Okay. This he wanted you to calculate. Okay. Then what about these parts? So because this wire is, if it is extended passing through the center, it won't produce any magnetic field. Along the current carrying wire, along the wire, there will be no magnetic field produced. Very, very simple one. So magnetic field produced by a arc, what is the formula? Magnetic field produced by some arc, formula will be equal to mu naught I over 4 pi r into angle subtended by the arc. That is the formula. Now that is mu naught I over 4 pi r. Here both the loops are subtending what angles? Okay, pi only, pi. Get cancelled, mu naught I by 4r, but B1 value will be mu naught, current value will be 4 and 4 into radius R1, and other will be mu naught, current will be 4 amperes by 4 into R2. Here 4 and 4 and R get cancelled, mu naught multiplied by 1 by R1 plus 1 over R2. And what you are supposed to get here? The radius value, he said that R1 will be equal to now here. Now the magnetic field. Now the total magnetic field will be mu naught is equal to 4 pi 10 to the power of minus 7 and 1 over 1 radius he has given us pi by 2. This is the radius R1 is pi over 2 and 1 over radius is pi over 4. This is pi over 4. This radius is pi over 4. Comes out to be 4 pi 10 to the power of minus 7, 2 by pi plus 4 by pi. Okay. Now it's a very simple one. 4 pi 10 power minus 7. This is 6 over pi 24 multiplied by 10 to the power of minus 7 Tesla. Very straight and simple question from electromagnetism. It's embedded in a fixed target. I am not doing all the 30 questions. I am doing as a major part of 20 to 23 questions. Some are very easy. Some questions, some data is missing. Therefore, we are doing 23-24 questions in each paper and each session. A bullet gets embedded in a fixed target. It is found that bullet loses 1/3 of its velocity in traveling 4 centimeters into target and loses remaining kinetic energy while traveling further distance d into 10 to the power of minus 3 meters. Find d value. This is a question. Again, kinematics question, you see, previous one kinematics question was there, freely falling body. This one more kinematics question, 2 questions from kinematics. Okay. So, a bullet embedded in a fixed target, it is found that it loses 1/3 of its velocity. Let us say a target is there like this, bullet coming and getting into the target and losing 1/3 of its velocity. Let us say its speed is u. As it travels through some distance, it loses 1/3 of its velocity. 1/3 it is lost. How much remaining? 2/3 remaining. Therefore, 2u over 3 is remaining for the bullet as it gets through that distance. Now, in what distance? It is 4 centimeters. So, into the target as it travels through the 4 centimeters, it lost 1/3 of its velocity, then remained over 2/3 of velocity. Now, what is the question now? Remaining kinetic energy while traveling further, remaining energy should be lost in certain distance. Let us say further d distance is traveling and kinetic energy to lose. He is asking now velocity is lost by 1/3. Now he is asking kinetic energy to lose completely. If velocity is lost, kinetic energy also lost. Therefore, do not confuse here. Therefore, the kinetic energy has to lose completely. Therefore, at the traveling of distance d, its velocity completely should become 0. So, it is initiated with u speed and turned up with 2u by 3 in 4 centimeters. Now, from 2u by 3 to 0 speed it should get in what distance? That is the question. Therefore, there are 2 conditions are there. In the first condition, final speed is 2u by 3, initial is u, distance is 4. So, the target is applying some retardation for the bullet. Therefore, that retardation we can find out. From what principle? What law? V square is equal to u square plus 2as, equation of motion of kinematics. 2u over 3 square is 4u square by 9 is equal to u square. Retardation negative 2, retardation distance was 4 centimeters, 4 into 10 to the power of minus 2. Therefore, 2 means what? 8a multiplied by 10 to the power of minus 2 is equal to u square minus 4u square by 9. Okay, 9u square minus 4u square, this is 4, not u square. 9u square minus 4u square is 5u square over 9. Okay. Now, the retardation A you can get as 5 initial speed u square over 9. Okay. That is go to there, denote 10 power minus 2. So, 1 over 8 multiplied by 10 over minus 2. That is retardation. Okay. Now, while traveling through d distance, it should lose complete its kinetic energy. Therefore, we will start with 2u by 3 and conclude by 0. Therefore, final speed is 0 square initially is 2u by 3, that is 4u square over 9. Again retardation 2 into a, and distance should be d. Okay, again 2a d is equal to 4u square over 9 2d. Now a here we got 5u square over 9 1 over 8 10 over minus 2 is equal to 4u square over 9. U square also get cancelled. Now 2 you can cancel here 2. Now you supposed to get d is equal to 2 multiplied by this goes to there 8 into 10 power minus 2, and 5 should be coming over down here over 5. Therefore, what is this? What is this? 5 ones are 3, 5 6 are 3.2 into 10 power minus 2. Now the fellow is asking d into 10 power minus 3. Therefore, multiply with 10 and divide with 10, you will get 32 into 10 power minus 2. Therefore, 10 power minus 3, and therefore d into 10 power minus 3 is the answer given. Therefore, d is equal to 32. A simple question. 2 times you had to use the third equation of motion from kinematics and you will get the answer. Some part is retarded because the target is same, uniform, homogeneous. Therefore, in the entire path you are supposed to get same deceleration. Therefore, in the 4 centimeters path what deceleration is it acquired, remaining distance also it gets same retardation. Alaganamata. So 1 mole of an ideal O2 gas is at 27 degrees centigrade. 1 mole of gas ekkadundi? 1 mole of oxygen gas ekkadundi? 27 degrees దగ్గర ఉంది. Find its total energy. From kinetic theory of gas, what you learned? The energy of a gaseous system U is equal to potential energy plus kinetic energy. We suppose that gas molecules మధ్యలో there is no any attractive forces లేవు అనుకుంటాం మనం. కాబట్టి గ్యాస్ molecule attractive forces లేవు కాబట్టి there is no question of work done against of an attractive or repulsive force between them. కాబట్టి potential energy ఉండదు. ఏముంటుంది? ఓన్లీ kinetic energy నే ఉంటుంది. సో kinetic energy అంటే మీకు తెలుసు, gas kinetic energy half mass of the gas molecule into RMS velocity square into number of gas molecules, that is total kinetic energy. దాని ఈక్వేషన్ మీకు తెలుసు. చేద్దామా కావాలంటే potential is 0 plus kinetic energy of system ఎంత half into mass of gas molecule into RMS velocity square, that is half into one gas molecule mass into ఒక గ్యాస్ మాలిక్యూల్ ఉండదు కదా, నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ గ్యాస్ మాలిక్యూల్స్ ఆర్ n. సో ఒక గ్యాస్ మాలిక్యూల్ మాస్ ఇంటూ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ గ్యాస్ మాలిక్యూల్స్ ఇస్ ఈక్వల్ మాస్ ఆఫ్ గ్యాస్. సో మాస్ ఆఫ్ గ్యాస్ ఇంటూ RMS velocity square. What is RMS velocity? 3RT by under root over 3RT by m. So this comes out to be 3RT by molecular mass. Mass of gas by molecular mass, what is this? Number of moles. So number of moles into 3RT, that is equal to 3 by 2 nRT. So 3 is the degrees of freedom for monatomic gas, but in this question he is given diatomic gas oxygen. Therefore, here 3 can be taken as F, degrees of freedom. Therefore, energy of a gaseous system is equal to, instead of 3 you can write F, number of degrees of freedom, F by 2 nRT. Now for a diatomic gas like oxygen will have number of degrees of freedom are 5 over 2 nRT. Now 5 over 2, number of moles of gas is 1 mole. R value, it is comes out to be 8.3 something. Okay, and temperature is told 27 degrees. 27 degrees దగ్గర energy of a gas system అడిగారు. 27 degrees అంటే మనం absolute లో మార్చుకోవాలిగా. 27 degrees should be 300 Kelvin. Therefore 300 రాసుకుందాం. అయితే మనకు దీంట్లో 8.3ని మనం 25 by 8 అని రాయొచ్చా? కాదు కదా. 8.3 నేను రాయొచ్చు అంటే 25 by 3 అని రాయొచ్చు అనుకుంటా. కొన్నిసార్లు రాస్తే మనకి ఈజీ అయిపోతుంది. సో అలాగ రాసుకుంటే మనకు ఎలా వస్తుందో చూద్దాం. ఇది కూడా అంటే ఖచ్చితంగా రాయాలని లేదు, అప్రాక్సిమేట్గా మీకు ఆన్సర్ వస్తుంది. ఇది కూడా కరెక్ట్ ఆన్సరే, ఏం కంగారు పడద్దు. ఓకే, చాలామంది మనకు దాంట్లో ఇచ్చిన ఆన్సరే రాలేదు ఎలాగా అనుకుంటారు, అదంతా అవసరం లేదు. మీరు కొద్దిగా బుర్ర ఉపయోగిస్తే కంగారు పడకపోతే వచ్చేస్తుంది. 5/2 ఇట్ ఈస్ 25/3 multiplied over 300. Okay, 3 here 100. 25 5s are 125. Comes out to be how much? 125 over 2 into 100 is equal to 2 6s are 12, 2 2s are 4 into 100 is equal to 6250 joules. ఇలా వచ్చేసింది. మీరు 8.3 కనుక వాడుంటే కొద్దిగా దీనికి అప్రాక్సిమేట్గా వచ్చుండేది. మీరు రాసిన పరిధి ఎలాగో న్యూమరికల్ క్వశ్చన్ కాబట్టి కానీ చూడాలి. న్యూమరికల్ క్వశ్చన్ అయితే డెసిమల్లో మీరు కొంత వేరియేషన్ తీసుకొని మీరు ఆన్సర్ రాయొచ్చు. కానీ ఆప్షన్లో ఎగ్జాక్ట్గా 1250 అలా ఉన్నప్పుడు కొద్దిగా మీరు ఇబ్బంది పడతారేమో. అలా ఇబ్బంది పడకుండా ప్రాబ్లం చేయండి. చాలా బాగుంది, మంచి క్వశ్చన్ పేపర్. ఒక మోల్ ఆఫ్ గ్యాస్ ఓ టెంపరేచర్ దగ్గర ఉంది, దాని ఎనర్జీ ఎంత అంటే ఆ చిన్న ఎనర్జీని మనం ఎంత ఈజీగా చేయొచ్చు. క్వశ్చన్, a ring and a solid sphere of same mass and same radius are released from same point of the inclined plane. Find the ratio of their kinetic energy when they reach the bottom without slipping. वारे वाह, क्या बात है. అద్భుతం కదా. ఇదొక క్వశ్చన్ చూడండి. దేర్ ఇస్ అన్ ఇంక్లైన్డ్ ప్లేన్. ఫ్రమ్ ద ఇంక్లైన్డ్ ప్లేన్ వాట్ ఇస్ హ్యాపెనింగ్? ఎ రింగ్ అండ్ సాలిడ్ స్పియర్ బోత్ ఆర్ ట్రావెలింగ్. రింగ్ సాలిడ్ స్పియర్ రెండు దే ఆర్ గోయింగ్ డౌన్ ద ఇంక్లైన్డ్ ప్లేన్ వితౌట్ స్లిప్పింగ్ మీన్స్ సో దే ఆర్ రోలింగ్ అండ్ గోయింగ్. ద రేషియో ఆఫ్ కైనెటిక్ ఎనర్జీ అనగానే మనం ఏం చేస్తాం? We try to find the velocity at the bottom, taking the velocity formula, and we are writing half mv square, and we are doing. Ultimate thing is what? Both ring and sphere are having same mass, yes or no? Okay, they are having same mass. Okay, they are falling from same height. So they have to lose the same amount of potential energy. When they lose same amount of potential energy, what they get? Same amount of kinetic energy. He is not asking with what speed they are coming down. He is asking what is the kinetic energy ratios. Therefore, the ratio of kinetic energy will be 1:1 because they are losing same amount of potential energy. Between A and B, the man is telling like this. This is V1 potential difference, this is V2 potential difference, and this is V3, and options are like this. V1 plus V2 is greater than V3, V1 plus V2 is not equal to V3, V1 plus V2 is equal to V3, and V1 plus V2 less than V3. What is stupid? What is simple question? This is between A and B terminals there are the two parallel networks are there. In the parallel combination potential should remain same, and here what drop of potential, ఇక్కడ డ్రాప్ అయిన పొటెన్షియల్ V1 ప్లస్ V2 సమయం కావాలి, V3కి ఈక్వల్ కావాలి. ఎందుకంటే ప్యారలల్ కాంబినేషన్లో పొటెన్షియల్స్ సేమ్ ఉండాలి. కాబట్టి V1 ప్లస్ V2 ఇస్ ఈక్వల్ టు V3 ఇస్ ద స్ట్రైట్ అవే ఆన్సర్. 10 సెకండ్లు కూడా మనకు పట్టదు. S is equal to RA/L. If length is doubled, find corresponding change in S. ఏమంటున్నాడు? స్పెసిఫిక్ రెసిస్టెన్స్ ఇస్ ఈక్వల్ RA/L అండ్ ఇస్ గివింగ్ ద ఆప్షన్స్ నౌ. ఏమంటున్నాడు? లెంత్ డబుల్ అయిపోయింది. నౌ లెంత్ ఈస్ చేంజ్ టు ట్వైస్, డబుల్ అయిపోయింది. నౌ ఎస్ ఏమవుతుంది అనగా మనం ఏం చేస్తాం? ఎల్ డబుల్ అయిపోయింది కదా, ఎస్ ఏమంటాం? డినామినేటర్ పెరిగిపోయింది, డబుల్ అయిపోయింది. అంటే ఏం కావాలి? ఎస్ తగ్గాలి అనుకుంటాం. ఎస్ ఏంటి? resistivity of a material, specific resistance and resistivity of material depends on the other factors, not on the length and area. It depends, it is the proper exclusive property of the material. స్పెసిఫిక్ రెసిస్టివిటీ కాపర్కి బ్రాస్కి ఒక్కొక్కలాగా ఉంటుంది. మీరు ఒకసారి కరెంట్ ఎలక్ట్రిసిటీలో ఫండమెంటల్ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఐఎస్ ఈక్వల్ ఈఏవిడి డెరివేషన్ చదువుకుంటే మీకు అది రెసిస్టివిటీ కాన్సెప్ట్ దొరికిపోతుంది. అది మెటీరియల్కి మారుతుంది తప్ప ఒకటే మెటీరియల్కి లెంత్ మీద ఏమి డిపెండ్ కాదు. ఎస్ ఈజ్ హావ్డ్ ఒక ఆప్షన్ రాంగ్, ఎస్ డబుల్డ్ ఒక ఆప్షన్ రాంగ్, ఎస్ క్వాడ్రపుల్డ్ రాంగ్, నో చేంజ్ ఇన్ ఎస్. ఎస్ డస్ నాట్ డిపెండెంట్ ఆన్ length and area, but it depends on the material. Resistance is equal to specific resistance into L by area. This is the correct expression. S is the resistivity, depends on the material internal properties, not the external properties. Therefore, such a direct concept oriented question, ఏమి టైం పట్టదు, 10 seconds to answer రాయొచ్చు. ఇంకొక క్వశ్చన్ 18th. Static friction depends on area of contact but independent of material. Static friction ఏమంటున్నాడు, depends on area. Okay, depends on area? No, static and kinetic friction must never dependent on area. Statement assertion is wrong. Reason, kinetic friction is independent of area of the contact but depends on material. So this is true. Therefore assertion is false. Reason is true. Rolling friction depends on area. Static and kinetic frictions never dependent on area. దీనికి ఎంత టైం పడుతుంది, 10 సెకండ్లు. మ్యాథ్స్ పేపర్ కొద్దిగా ట్రిక్కీగా లెందీగా ఉందనుకోండి, ఈ టైం అంతా మిగిల్చాలి, మ్యాథ్స్కి కన్వర్ట్ చేయాలి, క్యాలిక్యులేషన్స్ ప్రాపర్గా చేయాలి. మ్యాథ్స్ ఫిజిక్స్ కెమిస్ట్రీ 3 చేసినోడే అద్భుతమైన. ఇక్కడ తక్కువ ఈజీగా ఉంది ఏంటంటే అక్కడ టైం మనం పెట్టుకోవాలన్నమాట, అలా చదువుకోవాలి. నెక్స్ట్ ఇంకోటి అసర్షన్ రీజన్ క్వశ్చన్. Work done by electrostatic force on object when moved on equipotential surface always is 0. Equipotential surface అంటే ఏందయ్యా? Let us say the locus of points where potential is constant is called equipotential surface. అంటే అన్ని పాయింట్స్ దగ్గర పొటెన్షియల్ వాల్యూ ఎలా ఉండాలి, సేమ్ ఉండాలి, పొటెన్షియల్ కాన్స్టెంట్. వర్క్ అంటే ఏంటి, ఒక పొటెన్షియల్ పాయింట్ నుంచి ఇంకో పొటెన్షియల్ పాయింట్కి మనం ఛార్జ్ని పట్టుకెళ్తే చేసేది వర్క్. వర్క్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఛార్జ్ ఇంటూ పొటెన్షియల్ డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ 2 పాయింట్స్ వేర్ యూ టేక్ ఇట్. కాబట్టి ఈక్విపొటెన్షియల్ సర్ఫేస్ మీద అన్ని పాయింట్స్కి పొటెన్షియల్ సేమ్ ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి ఒక పాయింట్ ఇంకో పాయింట్కి నువ్వు పట్టుకెళ్ళిపోతే ఎలాగ పట్టుకెళ్ళినా ఆ పాయింట్కి ఆ పాయింట్ పొటెన్షియల్ సేమ్ ఉంటాయి కాబట్టి పొటెన్షియల్ డిఫరెన్స్ లేదు కాబట్టి వర్క్ డన్ ఆన్ ఈక్విపొటెన్షియల్ సర్ఫేస్ ఆల్వేస్ విల్ బి ఈక్వల్ టు 0. కాబట్టి స్టేట్మెంట్ కరెక్టా? Work done by electrostatic force on object when moved on equal surface always equal to 0. Potential difference ఉండదు కాబట్టి work 0. Reason, electric field lines falls perpendicular to equipotential surface. అంటే ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫోర్సెస్ ఎప్పుడు ఎలా ఉంటాయి, ఈక్విపొటెన్షియల్ సర్ఫేస్కి పర్పెండిక్యులర్గా ఉంటాయి. అంటే ఒక ఛార్జ్ ఉందనుకోండి, ఛార్జ్ మీద ఏముంటుంది, ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్ లైన్ అంటే అక్కడ ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్ ఉండే డైరెక్షన్ లైన్ అనమాట. కాబట్టి ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్ ఎలా ఉంటుంది, ఫోర్స్ లైన్స్కి ప్యారల్గా ఉంటుంది. సో ఛార్జ్ మల్టిప్లైడ్ ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్ అంటే ఫోర్స్ యాక్టింగ్ ఆన్ ద ఛార్జ్, ఫోర్స్ ఇలా ఉంది. నువ్వు పొటెన్షియల్ ఈక్వల్ సర్ఫేస్ మీద తిరుగుతున్నావు అనుకోండి, ఇలా టాంజెన్షియల్ వెళ్ళావు అనుకోండి, నువ్వు ఫోర్స్ QE ఆల్వేస్ పర్పెండిక్యులర్ టు ఏ స్మాల్ డిస్టెన్స్ ds. దేర్ఫోర్ ఫోర్స్ ఏమో అలాంగ్ ద రేడియస్ ఉంది, ఈక్విపొటెన్షియల్ సర్ఫేస్ మీద నువ్వు ఇలా వెళ్ళిపోతున్నావు, టాంజెన్షియల్ వెళ్ళిపోతున్నావు. దేర్ఫోర్ ఛార్జ్ ఇంటూ డిస్టెన్స్ మధ్య రెండు యాంగిల్ 90 degrees, force is there, distance is there, but work could be 0 because the angle between force and displacement is 90. There is no question of any amount of work done. Therefore reason is there, assertion is true, reason is true, and reason is the right expression for assertion. చూడండి ఎన్ని థియరిటికల్ క్వశ్చన్స్ అడిగారో. ఇప్పటిదాకా మనం ఒక సుమారు 4-5 స్టేట్మెంట్ క్వశ్చన్స్ చూసాం మనం. అవుట్ ఆఫ్ 30, 4-5 ఆర్ స్ట్రైట్ అవే క్వశ్చన్స్, రీజనింగ్ క్వశ్చన్స్, స్టేట్మెంట్ క్వశ్చన్స్. వాటి చేయాలంటే సబ్జెక్ట్ మీద మనకు కమాండ్. ఏ న్యూక్లియస్ C13 బ్రేక్స్ ఇంటూ C12 అండ్ ఎ న్యూట్రాన్. ఇది చక్కగా న్యూక్లియర్ ఫిజిక్స్ క్వశ్చన్ అనమాట. ఏందో మనం న్యూక్లియర్ ఫ్యూజన్ అని నువ్వు నేర్చుకుంటాం. సింపుల్ క్వశ్చన్. C13 బ్రేక్స్ ఇంటూ C12 అండ్ ఎ న్యూట్రాన్. ఎనర్జీ రిలీజ్డ్. ఎలా చేయాలి? C13కి ఎంత మాస్ ఉందో చూడాలి, అలాగే ప్రొడక్ట్స్కి ఎంత మాస్ ఉందో చూడాలి. మాస్ డిఫెక్ట్ ఏమవుతుంది, ఎనర్జీ రిలీజ్ అవుతుంది. న్యూక్లియర్ ఫిజిక్స్ ఏమవుతుంది, మాస్ డిఫెక్ట్ ఎనర్జీ అయిపోతుంది. డెల్టా M into C². Therefore, get the mass of the C13, get the mass of C12 and neutron, and you go for the difference of the mass and multiply with C square. Delta m into C square is energy released. Very, very simple question. Therefore, C13 mass question lo vaale icharu. C13 mass ayane istunaru, em istunaru 13.01397 units అంటే atomic mass units అన్నమాట. అలాగే C12 మాస్ కూడా ఇచ్చేశారు. ఎంత ఇచ్చారు? 12 యూనిట్స్ ఇచ్చేశారు. న్యూట్రాన్ మాస్ కూడా ఇచ్చేశారు. ఎంత ఇచ్చేశారు? 1.0086665 యూనిట్స్ ఇచ్చేశారు. మనం ఏం చేయాలి? ఈ రెండు యాడ్ చేయాలి. ఎన్ని మాస్ యూనిట్స్ ఉన్నాయి ఇక్కడ? ఈ ప్రొడక్ట్స్ మాసెస్ విల్ బి 12 plus 1 13.0086654. ఇది 13.013975. Then mass defect delta m is equal to 13.01397 minus 13.0086654. You will get some value here in AMUs. Now that will convert into energy. Now that energy will be equal to delta m into C square. Now this is atomic mass units. We know that if one atomic mass unit is converted into energy, you will get 931 million electron volts. Now this much of mass is destructed, then how much energy you will get? Directly you can get like that, delta m into 931 also you can use. You can get delta m multiplied with C square, or you know the number of mass units that are destructed, that is the mass you know. Therefore, one atomic mass unit produces 931 million electron volts, and now for this delta m how much? In that way also you can calculate. This is a logic circuit. Here A, B, output is Y. A, but this is B connected to a NOT gate. It is A inverse or A reciprocal, or what you can say, A bar. Oh no, B bar. And this is A converted NOT gate. This becomes A bar. Negation of A bar. This is negation of B bar, this is negation of A bar. What is this? B. Now what is this? This is the AND gate product. Therefore, A multiplied by B bar. Here also AND gate, therefore A bar B. And this is OR gate, sum gate anamata. So you are summing here, therefore A B bar plus A bar B is the output. Now you are expected to get the Y equations now for A, B, negation of A, negation of B, A, negation of B, and negation of A, B, and Y is equal to A negation of B plus B negation of A. So, A 0, B 0, negation of A is 1, negation of B is 1, A negation of B, A 0, negation of B is 1, 0 into 1 is 0, and negation of A is 1 and B is 0, that is again 0, 0 plus 0, 0 here. and next one is 0, 1. A input is 0, B input is 1, negation of A is 1, negation of B is 0. A, B bar. A is what? 0. Negation of B is what? 0. 0 multiplied by 0, 0. Negation of A is 1 and B is 1. 1 into 1, 1. 0 plus 1, 1. Very good. Now A value is 1 input and B input is 0. A negation is 0. B negation is 1 and A into B negation, A is 1, B negation is 1, 1. Now A negation is 0 and B value 0, 0, 1 plus 0, 1. A 1, B 1, negation of A 0, negation of B 0, A negation of B. A value 0, you know, B negation is 0, you know, therefore negation of B 0, 0 into A is 0. Here negation of A is 0, therefore A negation to B is also 0, therefore sum is 0. Therefore, the logic gate outcome will be 0, 1, 1, 0. Transformer ratio of turns in primary to secondary coils are 10:1. Ratios of primary to secondary, ratios of primary to secondary coil turns are 10:1. Okay. In primary side, voltage is 230. So, primary voltage is 230 and frequency is 50 hertz. Resistance of secondary side is 46. Resistance of secondary is 46. Then 46 ohms. Then power output is. Now, what is the power output? It's a transformer. Generally, you know, you might be knowing. Primary coil, secondary coil, and here you are getting output. Okay. Therefore, this is input, this is output. Input voltage is given as how much? 230 volts. Then what is the secondary? This is the output voltage, how much? So, V primary by V secondary is equal to number of turns in primary by number of turns in secondary, that is equal to 10/1. This is 230 by Vs. Now, secondary voltage is 230 over 10 is equal to 23. Therefore, secondary coil output is 23 volts. Now, he said that power output is how much? What is power? V square by R or I square R. You can go either way. Therefore, power output is equal to output voltage. Output voltage square V square by R, that is 23 multiplied by 23, and output resistance is what? 46 ohms. Therefore, over 46, 23 to the 46, it is 2.5 watts, 11.5 watts. Simple, generally we go for step up transformer. Next question may be step up transformer. If input voltage is increased at the output is called step up. If input voltage is made down, it is called step down transformer. Now, the transformer conditions are like this. Primary voltage by secondary voltage equal to number of turns in primary by number of turns in secondary is equal to current in secondary by current in primary. If this formula is there with you, you can get the answers done in transformer questions. If their fundamental frequencies are sounded together, bit frequency is 7. He is giving now two kinds of conditions. One pipe is like this. One more pipe is like this. One pipe is of 150 centimeter length, but closed at one end. This is called a closed pipe. And this pipe is open at both ends, therefore it is called open pipe. This is open pipe. Now, this length is 350 centimeters. Okay. What he says, if the one closed tube and one open tube are sounded together, oka closed tube ni oka open tube ni రెండింటిని ఒకేసారి మనం వైబ్రేట్ చేస్తే బీట్స్ ఎన్ని వస్తున్నాయి? 7 హెడ్స్ వస్తున్నాయి అన్నమాట. అంటే ఎలా చేస్తున్నాడు? ఫండమెంటల్ మోడ్లోనే. ఫండమెంటల్ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ ఫర్ ఎ క్లోజ్డ్ పైప్ ఈజ్ వాట్? వెలాసిటీ ఆఫ్ సౌండ్ బై 4 times of the length of the tube. This is the fundamental frequency of closed tube. and fundamental frequency of open tube is what? Sound velocity by 2L. When one closed pipe and one open pipe both are sounded together, రెండు ఒకేసారి వైబ్రేట్ చేస్తే బీట్స్ ఎన్ని వస్తున్నాయి? 7. ఇది సౌండ్ వెలాసిటీ, న్యూమరేటర్ ఇస్ సేమ్. ఇది 4L, ఇది 2L. ఎంతండి? Now here V by 4 times of 150. Now here this is V by 2 times of 350. Means this is V by 700 and this is V by 600. I think open pipe frequency is more, closed pipe open pipe frequency is less and closed pipe frequency is more. Beats ante difference of frequencies, therefore that frequency is more, this frequency is less, therefore beat frequency is equal to V over 600 minus V over 700. But they are in centimeters, you know, these are in centimeters, you have to convert them. Okay, here centimeter 10 over minus 2, here 10 over minus 2, comes to top 10 over 2, 10 over 2, here I can write 100 and I can do like this also. Okay, now V is taken out, 6 multiplied by 7, 7 minus 6, that is V by 42, that is beat frequency, that is equal to 7. Now he is asking what is the velocity of sound. V is equal to 42 into 7, 294 hertz, 294 meters per second is the sound velocity. Open pipe, closed pipe, fundamental frequencies lo vibrate చేశారు, 7 beats వస్తున్నాయి. వస్తే sound velocity ఎంత అన్నారు? 200 microamperes current galvanometer deflects by pi by 3. 200 మైక్రోఆంపియర్ కరెంట్ పంపిస్తే గాల్వనోమీటర్ ఎంత డిఫ్లెక్ట్ అవుతుంది? పై బై 3. ఇంకా ఏ కరెంట్కి అది పై బై 10 డిఫ్లెక్ట్ అవుతుంది అని అడుగుతున్నాడు. బేసిక్ ప్రిన్సిపల్ ఆఫ్ మూవింగ్ కాయిల్ గాల్వనోమీటర్ ఈస్ కరెంట్ ప్రపోర్షనల్ టు డిఫ్లెక్షన్, దేర్ఫోర్ I ప్రపోర్షనల్ టు theta. I proportional to theta. So I1 by I2 is equal to theta 1 by theta 2. Now one current is 200 microamperes deflects by pi by 3. So 200 deflects by pi by 3 radians. మరి ఇంకో కరెంట్ ఎంత ఉండాలి అని అడుగుతున్నారు. దేనికి? పై బై 10కి డిఫ్లెక్ట్ చేయాలి. pi over 10, that is equal to 10 over 3. Now I is equal to 600 by 10 is equal to 60. This was 200 microamperes, you know. So the answer comes out to be in microamperes. 60 microamperes. ఎంత సులభమైన ప్రాబ్లం అండి. This is one more beautiful question. Two charges of magnitude minus 4 microcoulombs kept at 104 coordinates and one more charge plus 4 microcoulombs, ఒకటి minus 4 microcoulombs, ఇంకోటి plus 4 microcoulombs, అంటే two equal magnitudes but opposite side kept at some distance, means what? It is an electric dipole. Therefore okay, this is negative charge minus q, this is positive charge plus q, okay, and its coordinates are 1 comma 0 comma 4 and this coordinates are 2 comma minus 1 comma 5, okay. Now electric field is given as E bar is equal to 0.2 I cap volt per centimeter. Volt per centimeter, units are very important. The torque acting on system of charges is giving us torque is equal to 8 root alpha multiplied by 10 to the power of minus 5 Newton meter. asking what is alpha is. So, electric dipole is placed in electric field, therefore torque will be acting. What is torque acting on electric dipole? Now torque is equal to electric dipole moment into electric field vector P bar cross E bar. Okay, P bar equal to charge into L bar cross E bar. Now charge is 4 microcoulombs, 10 to the power of minus 6. Okay, and length L bar. So this length we have to get. So this is having some coordinates, this is having some coordinate, therefore the length vector you can get like this, 2 minus 1, 2 minus 1, I cap, minus 1 minus 0, minus j cap, and 5 minus 4 plus k cap. Therefore L bar is this, I cap minus j cap plus k cap cross electric field 0.2 centimeter here, 10 to the power of minus 2 comes over here, 10 power plus 2 you can write 20 I cap volt per meter. You can write 20. You can write 20. Okay. Now this is the picture entire. This is the cross product now. You can get this value like this. I cap, j cap, k cap, 1, minus 1, plus 1, 20, 0, 0. Now I cap multiplied by 0 minus j cap. So like this, I cap, this is 0, this is 0, and j cap 0, 20, minus 20, plus k cap, this is 1, 0, minus of minus 20, plus 20, 20 j cap, 20 k cap. Therefore, that is 4 into 10 to the power of minus 6 multiplied by 20 j cap plus k cap. That is equal to 80 into 10 power minus 6 j cap plus k cap. That is the torque vector. Now he is asking torque vector in the magnitude value. Therefore, what is magnitude? Now torque vector magnitude is equal to 80 multiplied by 10 power minus 6, that is square root of 1 plus 1, 2. So that fellow is telling torque is equal to 8 root alpha into 10 power minus 5. Here 10 power minus 6 is there, cut this 0, it becomes 10 power minus 5. Therefore 8 is there, 8 is there, 10 power minus 5, 10 power minus 5 root alpha, root 2. Therefore alpha is equal to 2 is the answer. So with this I want to conclude my session. I have discussed almost all 24-25 questions of the JEE January session 1 shift 2 of first day. Now